Joining me right now is Mississippi Congressman Bennie Thompson of the House Homeland Security Committee. Sir, it's good to have you here, and I want to talk to you more about whether or not Johar is going to be charged today. Right now, as we all understand it, he hasn't been read his Miranda rights, and this is to keep him in a kind of a gray area right now, whether or not he would be considered an enemy combatant, where the information that he would be allowing to investigators may not be used against him if he were to be tried as an American civilian. And as I talked there with Roger about the fact that Congressman Peter King over the weekend has said that the homeland is the battlefield and that times have really changed. What are your thoughts about what the congressman has said about the FBI and that they may have missed red flags, and the fact that the homeland is the battlefield?
Well, as you know, Thomas, the FBI conducts thousands of interviews like this. I will say that they do a good job. I would say unless there was some evidence that would lead them to not do something to this individual, I say they did a good job. I think my colleague Peter King is not just Monday morning quarterbacking, but it's armchair quarterbacking. We don't know what our investigative authorities know. I would say let them do their job. We can comment, but when we start pointing fingers, I think we just add to the confusion.
When we talk about the regulations right now on how and why an American citizen can be held as an enemy combatant, and we use this case as the example, if that became a precedent out of this case, are you concerned about that? Are you concerned about what that means in counterterrorism investigations moving forward?
Well, no question. It's an option for us to do, but I think most of us agree that there's enough evidence already on the table to convict this individual. He's already being questioned. He's responding in writing to some of the questions. I think to rush to the enemy combatant situation just puts another dynamic on it. Let the federal authorities do their job. I'm convinced we have the individual. I'm convinced that there's enough evidence to convict him. Now, if we need to look and see if there's a connection to some international terrorism nexus, then let's do that. But let's not lose focus that we have our person in custody right now.
Do you think that the public safety exception in this situation is unneeded, and the fact that he is in custody and communicative with authorities through writing, that there is no further harm or danger to the American public right now based on these two brothers?
Well, you can apply the public safety exception, but to be honest with you, it won't help convict him. It will give us some additional information that may lead to some other individuals, and if so, fine. But I think in terms of getting this person convicted, we have information. I think once you see the indictment go forth before the courts, we'll have it. But if we're trying to get additional information to see what connections to Russia and other places we might have, that's additional information that I think we should gather.
Congressman Bennie Thompson of Mississippi. Sir, thanks for making time for me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Johar